I get what Asia said, right? If she was starstruck, that's one thing, right? That's one thing. It'd be different if in the car she like, oh, I can't wait to meet Leo, and so like I'm kind of prepared that you gonna go Google when Leo is around. But if like you ain't never said nothing about no Leo, you know we about to be around stars, and you ain't said nothing in the car about, oh, I hope this person is there, like, and then you act like that. But I'm gonna flip it. If she's like really choosing, then that to me is like I see what she's about. Like if she would choose
Mm,
another man that overtly in front of me,
okay.
that would just be done. Especially if that's not a woman I'm in a relationship with and that's not
Mm-hmm.
my wife. Like if
That's
we
fair.
just dating, if a woman is overtly choosing another man in my presence, it's a wrap. I've already lost her. Like, cause she already looking at the next thing. Like women are about hypergamy. Like there's something that guy got that I lack. And I'm man enough to say that. Cause she wouldn't be choosing him, especially when she right on my arm. There's something that
Literally.
she's seeing him that I ain't got. And clearly that lets me know that that ain't the one for me.
Ooh wee.
I
Like,
think
what if it's one of your friends? What if one of your girlfriends from out of state she come around and y'all meet up somewhere and she like, oh girl, did you see him? But she don't know that's your man though.
If that's my girl,
um,
she should know that's my man. We gonna have a
if
little
she
group chat.
don't
She in
if
the
she
group
don't
chat.
know, I think I would give her. I would just be like, "Girl, he is fine. That's why that's my man, girl." Like I think I would just go along like that. If you don't know, that's one
Right.
thing. And
Do
and
the
I'm fine with my
Reverends.
friends thinking my man is fine.
Mhm.
Like, cause if I think he fine, I know they gonna think he fine. So I'm
Right.
cool with that. So it doesn't really bother me. I think that's different.
Okay.
That
So
seems harmless.
let me turn it up. Let me turn it up a little bit. Now you
Mhm.
know some women have some women in their circle that are, they're active, if we can put it like that.
Mhm.
What if it's your active sis that's choosing your man and she's flagrant and obvious and overt about her choosing him in your presence? How you handling that?
That's disrespecting our friendship boundary. I don't
Mhm,
know. There's girl code, quote unquote. There's guy code, but in that situation, like sis, really?
mhm.
Yeah, she's not invited to nothing else if he's around, and she might get cut off completely as a friend for that. Because that's some foolishness to
Right.
me.
That's right.
Go get your own man.
Yeah.
Cue the Nivea song. Don't mess with my man.
Yeah. I
That's
kind
real.
of feel you. I'll keep it short. Her and I would just have to have a conversation. I'll just leave
Mm.
it at that. We would talk for
So
sure.
so so y'all would essentially be like Jeff, like y'all just gonna kind of play it off. But I'm sure on the limo in the back of that Rolls Royce, like some words were exchanged, some standards and expectations were discussed, and you gonna have to have that conversation, right?
Yeah,
Jay,
it
when
wouldn't
you
happen again.
Hmm.
Jay, when you hear that line, you know it's funny how you about to get in trouble.
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
Yo,
prepare,
that's
just
real.
prepare for the reckoning.
Yo, ladies,
Now, I have a
y'all here?
question for you.
Yeah.
How would you, if that's you, what would you say to your girlfriend in the car back as a man if you felt like she was being a little flirtatious or just a little too friendly, as men say they don't want their woman too friendly, whatever that means.
Yeah.
I
Gotcha.
don't like that, but that's another topic for another day. So
Yeah.
how would you handle that as a man?
Okay, so I'm gonna put myself in the role of Jeff Bezos, right? In that situation, that's not my wife. More than likely not in a relationship with her. So at that point, I'm gonna just let her know that behavior doesn't fly with me. And if she's like, cool, then we can continue. But if she's like, nah, what you mean? It's not gonna be a discussion. That behavior doesn't fly with me.
Okay.
And that's it. You're not my wife, you're not my woman, so we don't have to talk this out. We were
Case
dating, you were
closed.
nice arm candy at this event, but that's a wrap. Like you are not making another appearance with me if you don't understand that what you just did was flagrant. So that's how I will respond to that situation. Now I'm just being 100.
And that touches on
Mhm.
what we talked about earlier about guys being quick to, or they efficient when it
Mhm.
comes to cutting off a date because they
Mhm.
got the data. They're like, this
It's
how she
in
roll.
her. Like okay, I get what Asia said, right? If she was starstruck, that's one thing, right? That's one thing. It'd be different if in the car she like, oh, I can't wait to meet Leo, and so like I'm kind of prepared that you gonna go Google when Leo is around. But if like you ain't never said nothing about no Leo, we about to be around stars, and you ain't said nothing in the car about, oh, I hope this person is there. Like, and then you act like that. But I'm gonna flip it. If she's like really choosing, then that to me is like I see what she's about. Like if she would choose
Mm,
another man that overtly in front of me,
okay.
that would just be done. Especially if that's not a woman I'm in a relationship with and that's not
Mm-hmm.
my wife. Like if
That's
we
fair.
just dating, if a woman is overtly choosing another man in my presence, it's a wrap. I've already lost her. Like, cause she already looking at the next thing. Like women are about hypergamy. Like there's something that guy got that I lack. And I'm man enough to say that. Cause she wouldn't be choosing him, especially when she right on my arm. There's something that
Literally.
she's seeing him that I ain't got. And clearly that lets me know that ain't the one for me.
Oh, wait. Billions,
I think that
regardless.
no, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
No, keep it
I
one. Yo,
guess
you the MVP. I want you to keep it 100.
I just think that sometimes men, and I'm not saying you, but just in general, do you think that
Of
some
course.
men can be a little insecure sometimes? So any woman, I mean, any man that they see their woman communicating with, no matter what the level is, they're gonna have an issue with it. Some men want it to be when we out, you don't even look at nobody, don't say hi, you wait. Like some men are like that. So it's just like, is it can some men be a little insecure, or is it just the she was choosing? It's a thin line sometimes.
Yeah, because sometimes you come into the situation like you walk up on, like, let's say Jeff just happened to pay attention and it looks like she's shooting her shot at Leo, but that wasn't the case. She was just like, I really liked your last movie. And then it looks like something else. Like you have
Right.
to like kind of look at it for the full context.
Mm-hmm.
So just trying to assist Asia here. We're giving her the benefit of the doubt,
Thank
but
you. We gonna give sis the
Respect.
benefit. I'm gonna give her
Respect.
the benefit in this one.
Respect. And I have to balance it out as a man, right? Like I have to keep it 100. Sometimes it's just the fact that your woman is choosing another man, and
mhm.
as a man, like I can't speak from a woman's perspective. As a man, it's not insecurity. I get what you're saying, Asia. It is a such thing as a man being insecure, but there's also a such thing as recognizing that there are some things that you cannot offer a woman. Like in the
That's true.
instance of myself, like I'm short. So if I'm with a woman that I think she's down with me, but then we get in the presence of this dude that's super tall, like I'm not insecure about his tallness, but there's clearly something here that she prefers. So I know that if I do proceed with her, I got to know in the back of my mind that if the right tall dude comes along, I'm done. I'm done. So for
What?
me as a man, I put myself in a position where you have to make the right choices. The choices you make are vitally important with regards to how far you're going to be able to move with this woman. Because going back to the whole tweet that the dude sent out, when the next when the next best thing comes along, when the thing that they
Mhm.
really want comes along, the
Right.
whole when Jada's Tupac comes along,
Ooh,
you can be all the Will Smith in the world, but you ain't Pac.
but you ain't Pac. That's a word. That's a message. And like Tanisha said, I know Jeff would not be comfortable to leave her around Leo. I think that's adding to what you were saying. Because you're calculating, you're kind of like almost projecting, like, this is what's going to happen in the future if I keep entertaining this kind of woman.
Right.
Mm.
Asia, I felt you had something you want to share. I want to hear it always, sis.
Because I think that okay, I agree with what you're saying, but I just don't know. I see it, but I don't. Because if
Okay.
she's with you, she has already made up in her mind, like, okay, he might not be my height preference, or he might not be what I'm used to, but I'm still with you. So that means that just because a man that comes around, that's usually what I go for, doesn't mean that I'm gonna go for him and leave you. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't.
That's also
I
true.
don't know. I think that that's
I,
kind of
I get what
personal. I think that's personal.
I get what you're saying. I don't think she would do it in that moment. But as a man, I feel like I would be very naive to just brush that off. I feel like as a man, I'm just being perfect. I feel like you
Hmm.
ladies are fair to be able to give the pass. But as a man, I can't just brush that off. Like I can't just be like, oh man, no, that wasn't a big deal. I'm gonna give sis the benefit of the doubt. Like, go
Here's the
for it,
thing. Here's the
Tatiana.
thing with that. I'm not told. Looking at the video at first, I was like, "Ooh, just the optics look bad." I can't totally rule out that she's innocent or guilty in the
Right,
situation.
right.
We need a little more information.
Mhm.
So I have to give her some benefit of the doubt because who knows? That probably is like that probably came from nothing or after that. You know what I mean? Ebony said, but would Jeff truly care? He is newly divorced. And then that's
And
a
that's
whole
the point I was
nother.
making. Like arm candy. Like who's to say he's somebody? She's serious. Like I mean, if I'm a billionaire, I'm not stepping out with a woman that don't look good. And let's be honest, the woman looked good. Like it was an attractive woman. So you're a billionaire. She better be attractive. Otherwise, like something isn't working. Like I mean, billions. Like bro, that don't just open doors. Like so, bro.
Right. Right.